most real and the most even vulnerable at times I've ever been like on a song. What it represents, the song itself within the industry, it has so many key points, like even surrounding the song, like outside of the song itself, which is why it's going to be super important for me and for a lot of other people. It felt really great. This song right here, it was pretty magical how it came about pretty much. I just had got an Airbnb during the start of COVID so I could start working on my album like last year in April. So this came around June. I had started recording songs and it was kind of like really hard for me to start like back making music because I was like so in my head or whatever. The storyline happens this night in the summer where I take a break from working on the album and I go visit this guy who's like an artist's house, cause he's like, come visit my house or whatever. And I was like, okay, boom, I get there. And then I'm like, oh, I like this guy a lot. And then the next day I started writing the song. The song's called like, Call Me By Your Name, which is like themed after the movie Call Me By Your Name. And the running like theme in that is Call Me By Your Name and I'll call you by mine. So it's my name, the song is my name, but it's the person's name because I'm calling them by my own name, you get it? I called it bad just today. You hit me with a call to your place. It was like so super literal. It literally was something that had just occurred like the day before. And I was like, okay, how do I make sure I'm telling this as if it were a story? You know how Usher has a song like, You Got It Bad? I'm already like falling for this person who I just met, It's like, I got it bad. It wasn't an actual call, it was a DM, but the call works better for this song. Ain't been out in a while anyway. Was hoping I could catch you throwing smiles at my face. It was really scary because when COVID first started, I was like completely shook. I didn't even let family and friends come around me because I'm like, I get real scared with that kind of shit. But it was really dope like going out and seeing actual humans and having human interaction for that night. Romantic talking, you don't even have to try. You're cute enough to fuck with me tonight. Looking at the table, all I see is weed and white. Baby, you living the life, nigga, you ain't living right. It seems as if they're spiraling. And it's like, okay, you having fun, but I feel like your life is not where it needs to be, I guess. Because especially in Hollywood, it's party culture. It's like, we're all having fun, we're all excited, but it's like, sometimes it sucks you in so much that people get lost. We're definitely having a lot of fucking fun, but it's like your focus has completely shifted. I'm not gonna lie, like, I've definitely fell into that trap a couple times, and every now and then I like to just say, fuck it, I'm finna go crazy, at least for this week. But once the week is over with, or once that time I've had is over, it's like, damn, was it worth it? Did I really need to do that? Am I any happier? Nah. Cocaine and drinking with your friends. You live in the dark, boy, I cannot pretend. When I got there, I saw the drugs and I saw the alcohol. I partake in the alcohol part at least. This is kind of like a double entendre kind of thing, because it's like you live in the dark as in your life is not in a happy spot, or at least that's what I'm receiving from you. And it's like also with these eyes you're making at me like you live in the dark, like in the closet kind of thing, I can't pretend I don't see you doing this shit, or I can't pretend I don't notice these things. I'm not fazed, only here to sin. If even in your garden, you know that you can. Okay, it's like, I'm not fazed, only here to sin. It's like, okay, you do you. I'm only here to fuck around. I'm only here to like be in your company kind of thing. If Eve ain't in your garden, you know that you can. It's kind of like, oh yeah, if you don't got a girl, if you ain't like hiding behind a cloak, let me know. Call me when you want, call me when you need. Call me in the morning, I'll be on the way. Call me when you want, call me when you need. Call me out by your name, I'll be on the way. I mean, I watched that movie around the exact same time. It was like everything just lined up for this song to be created pretty much. And that was like one of the first like gay films that I had like watched. And I thought the theme was so dope of like calling somebody by your own name as lovers and like trying to keep it between you two kind of thing. If you watch the movie, it's just like it takes you to another world. The way everything is shot, the way the dialogue goes on, the way the background sounds are used, just like everything about it's so artsy. And I was like, oh, this is cool as fuck. This is more than just that, you know? Hmm, hmm, Well, with the humming, it's kind of used as a mating call almost. It's a whole different way to communicate with somebody. You know, he's like, or like, you know? It's like you're talking without saying anything, but the other person knows what you mean. Hey, hey, I wanna sell what you're buying. I wanna feel on your ass in Hawaii. This is like where the song kind of turns more desperate almost, you know? And it's really very much a lust song. Okay, you buying this drug? I wanna give it to you, you know? Or I wanna be that drug, you know, kind of thing. And I wanna feel on your ass in Hawaii. That one's pretty self-explanatory, like, let's go on a vacation. Let me feel on your ass. I want that jet lag from fucking and flying. Shoot a child in your mouth while I'm riding. When I said that in the studio, everybody just kind of like looked back at me. It was kind of a funny moment, but I was like, okay, it's about time that I say something out of pocket in a song. It's like the exact same way with when I put I might bottom on the low, but I top shit in Holiday, you know? It's kind of like, okay, let's normalize having these fucking lines in songs the same way, you know, somebody might talk about fucking a girl or fucking a guy, you know, with opposite genders, you know? I feel like that's really important for representation in general. And this is gonna open more doors for one day when somebody says this, it's like, oh, that person said that. And not even think about it, you know? Oh, why me? A sign of the times every time that I speak. Anything I do or say, it's me opening my mouth, and a lot of people see it as me opening my mouth for so many people. And not because I'm Lil Nas X, but because of my identity itself too. It's a sign how things are changing and how fast things are changing. This song is a sign of the times, you know? This album that I'm creating is gonna be a sign of the times. A dime and a nine, it was mine every week. What a time and incline, God was shining on me. Dime and a nine, it was mine every week. 10 plus 9, you know? I'm sitting at the top of these charts 19 weeks. It's like a dime and a nine, it's mine every week. It's such a great time in my life, how fast things are going up, you know? God's shining on me. God's looking at me, he's like, okay, I fuck with you, pretty much. Now I can't leave. And now I'm acting hella illy. It's like once I realize, you know, I'm able to do something and I'm able to connect with it on whatever, like, huge level of something, it's like, okay, I'm stuck. This is my thing. I feel more committed now more than even then, you know? And now I'm acting hella illy. It's like I'm acting like I'm that motherfucker. You feel me? I mean, I am. That's how I feel. That's the truth. Never want the niggas that's in my league. I wanna fuck the ones I envy. I envy. And when I say envy, I don't mean somebody who may be above me professionally or like sexier than me or like stronger than me. It's just kind of like, okay, I love what this person is about. I love what this person is doing. I want this person. If somebody's doing the exact same thing as me, it's like, okay, I'm good on you. I want this person right here. Call me by your name. Tell me you love me in private. Call me by your name. I do not care if you're lying. This is probably when the lust gets the most desperate. Tell me you love me in private. Like, I don't care if, you know, this is not a public thing or I don't even care if you don't really mean it. Just say it, you know, maybe I'll believe it. That's how a lot of people feel every now and then, like in certain relationships. Sometimes you get too simp. You become the simp too hard. You down too bad. And that's how I felt at that moment, so. This comes after one of those periods where I had like my little spiral moment where I'm just doing all shit like drinking, smoking heavily, and fucking people, you know? And it's kind of like, after such a long time, I'm like, okay, I want you. This is what I want. I don't care. I don't care if it's not real. When you want me, call me, I'll drop everything. Don't need your name, cause I will not to say it. Fuck it, let's ride. I didn't include these lines in the official song, but I put it in the video. So now y'all gotta go watch the video or you have no choice. You'll never hear it in your life. Once you watch the video, you're gonna be like, okay, this clicks more because it's kind of like this walking scene. It's like I'm walking over to somebody and then I'm like, fuck it, let's go, let's get with it. And then there's like this little break dance kind of sound thing going on. It's gonna be sick though. It had already seemed like I'd been going from the music industry like forever almost, especially in these times when music runs so quickly. And I was like, oh God, like, what am I, like, why have I waited this long? What am I doing? And you know, like I was really just going through like an emotional breakdown kind of thing, but you know, I got over